Hey everybody, this is John from Purple Sorcerer Games, and in this video of our tutorials about the Crawler's Companion Dungeon Crawl Classics utility, we'll be covering the options screen. It is accessed from the dice screen, clicking on the little gear icon, and it takes you into a number of options that you can change to change how the program operates. Now, previously on the dice screen, we've shown how you can change both the dice color and you can turn the sound on or off. In addition, for the battle screen, you can change the initiative die that is used. By default, the Dungeon Crawl Classics uses a die 20 for initiative, but you could change it to a die 10 or a die 6. It's up to you, especially if you're using the crawler for managing from a different system, just to take advantage of the battle screen and the dice roller. Uh, Across the top, we have four different things that you can change. One is the list item size, and it defaults to small, and that's like on the items that you scroll by flicking up or down, like the list of spells or the critical varieties of criticals. It defaults to small, but if you're on like a very small phone, then you might want to increase the size of that, and then you can change it by just clicking one of the different sizes. It will require a restart of the Crawler's Companion for you to notice those changes. Also, by default, on the dice screen, the dice will never fade out. You roll them, they'll stay there until you tap to remove them, but you can set them to automatically disappear after 15 seconds or 7.5 seconds, as you choose. Uh, there's also how quickly the screens will scroll when you click on the menu buttons across the bottom. If it is set, it's by default, it's set to fast. Normal is kind of a slower scroll, and instant means that there's actually no scrolling action at all. And on most modern devices, it's not really an issue. But if you had a really older device that was really struggling with the scrolling, you can put it on instant, and then it'll just automatically switch to the new screen without any sort of scrolling at all. And then last but not least, there's a navigation method. Very, very early on in the crawler, I had a swiping mechanism where you would actually swipe on the bottom to go between the various screens. I don't see how that could be considered superior to the click method that you can see all five at once. But if you're an old timer that wants that old swiping navigation method, I've left it in there. So you can select, well, here, I'll just show it to you real quick. This is what it was like in the early days, my first version of the crawler. And I spent so much time building this that I just have a hard time just pulling it out, even though I imagine there's hardly anybody that still uses it, and it does have a soft spot in my heart. So if you do use the old method, let me know. But then I will switch back to click for my actual usage. And then across the very bottom, it actually now shows the version of the Crawler's Companion that you're using, which can be a quick way for you to see which version you're on. And that is the option screen for the Crawler's Companion. Next, we will move on to, and I will begin showing you how the spells screen works.